Good afternoon. As we continue the procurement activity for today, may I introduce you again to the BAC members, headed by our BAC chairman, Attorney Clarence Romando, our BAC vice chairman, Engineer Arturo Propose, and for the BAC members, we have Engineer Daisy Manzano, Attorney Mary Rose Milo, and Engineer Wheeler Vincent. For the Secretariat, Cristoli Renier Salinas, we have here also our IT support, Sir Bon. And joining us via Zoom is the representative from NACAP, Sir Jose Leido III. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Sir, all of the BAC members are present. There's a quorum, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. There being a quorum, this proceedings now called to order. We have here a private conference for 13, 16 civil works projects.
And also for the goods and services.
And also we have a private conference for goods and services. So may we request now our secretariat let us present these contracts and project details, the requirements needed by this procurement. Please proceed. By the way, do you have any prospective bidders attending via Zoom or any other platform?
None, sir.
All right.
As mentioned, we have 16 civil works project for the Prevent Conference. Namely, contract ID number 25A00183, road widening, primary roads, Manila North Road, kilometer 549 plus 879 to kilometer 550 plus 049. 25A00186, the road widening, primary roads, Manila North Road, kilometer 563 plus 000 to kilometer 563 plus 93. Kilometer 570 plus 680 to kilometer 571 plus 297. Kilometer 571 plus 1,127 to kilometer 572. Kilometer 573 to kilometer 573 plus 287. Kilometer 575 to kilometer 575 plus 220. 25A00214, the construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program, Roll 8. Punta-Subec-Mindanao-Paratong-Tamorong roads connecting Fishponds and agricultural lands, Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur. 25A00264, sustainable infrastructure projects, alleviating gaps, SIPAG, construction of road, Barangay Nibaliw, Narvarte, Barangay Cayanga, San Fabian, Pangasinan. 25A00285, widening of permanent bridges, Palangubong Bridge, B02152, LZ, along Pangasinan, La Union, Interprovincial Road. 25A00303, widening of permanent bridges, Amburayan Bridge, Parallel Bridge, along Manila North Road. 25A00378, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of drainage structure along Carmen Junction, Bayambang, Manat Road, kilometer 186 plus 100 to kilometer 189 plus 370. Barangay Kankandungan to Barangay Itengan, Bautista, Pangasinan. 25A00422, construction maintenance of flood mitigation structures and drainage systems. Construction of Santa Cruz Flood Control, Barangay Villahermosa, Santa Cruz, Ilocos Sur. 25A00437, the construction of bypass and diversion roads, Lawag San Nicolas Bypass Road, San Nicolas Section, Ilocos Norte, Package B. 25A00508, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Agdao, San Carlos City, Pangasinan. 25A00509, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Cayanga, San Fabian, Pangasinan. 25A00511, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of flood control structures along Parungking River, Barangay Buwed, and Barangay Casban, Calasiao, Pangasinan. 25A00529, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of Capital Complex, Phase 2, Linkages, Pangasinan. 25A00530, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multipurpose building with site development, Poblacion, Manawag, Pangasinan. 25A00540, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multipurpose building, Child and Development Resource Center, Barangay Quezon Boulevard, in San Carlos City, Pangasinan. 25A00542, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, construction of multipurpose building at Barangay Magsaysay, Payambang, Pangasinan.
The purpose of Prebid Conference is to discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the projects of the procuring entity with the prospective bidders. It must be held at least 12 calendar days before the deadline for bid submission, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the advertisement or posting of bid opportunity.
There are the following contract data of the project. 25A00183, location, Bangi, Ilocos Norte, with the ABC of 3,050,365 pesos, with the contract duration of 50 calendar days. 25A00186, location, Agudput, Ilocos Norte, with the ABC of 15,737,220 pesos, with a contract duration of 83 calendar days. 25A00214, location, Santa Catalina, Ilocos Sur, with the ABC of 9,650,000 for the contract duration of 80 calendar days. 25A00264, location, San Fabian, Pangasinan, with the ABC of 48,250,000 for the contract duration of 150 calendar days. 25A00285, location, San Fabian, Pangasinan, with the ABC of 144,750,000 for the contract duration of 300 calendar days. 25A00303, location, Catalina, Ilocos Sur, and Stephen, La Union, with the ABC of 49,215,000 and the contract duration of 140 calendar days. 25A00378, location, Bautista, Pangasinan, with the ABC of 47,520,000 and the contract duration of 197 calendar days. 25A00422, location, Santa Cruz, Ilocos Sur, with the ABC of 29,239,500 pesos for the contract duration of 189 calendar days. 25A00437, location, San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte, with the ABC of 193 million and the contract duration of 270 calendar days. 25A00508, location, San Carlos City, Pangasinan, with the ABC of 9,900,000 for the contract duration of 150 calendar days. 25A00509 location San Fabian, Pangasinan with the ABC of 9,900,000 for the contract duration of 150 calendar days. 25A00511 location Calasiao, Pangasinan with the ABC of 99 million for the contract duration of 294 calendar days. 25A00529 location Linkages, Pangasinan with the ABC of 49,500,000 for the contract duration of 180 calendar days. 25A00530 location Manawan, Pangasinan with the ABC of 19,800,000 for the contract duration of 210 calendar days. 25A00540 location San Carlos City, Pangasinan with the ABC of 29,700,000 for the contract duration of 270 calendar days. 25A00542 location Bayambang, Pangasinan with the ABC of 9,900,000 for the contract duration of 300 calendar days.
Supplemental Bid Bulletin issued by BAC to answer requests for clarification, queries submitted 10 calendar days before deadline or interpretation, and upon BAC's initiative to clarify or modify any provision of bidding documents at least 7 calendar days before deadline for bids. Posted in FieldJEP's and procuring entity's website and at any conspicuous place within the premises of the procuring entity. Bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of supplemental bid bulletin must be informed in writing and allowed to modify or withdraw their respective bids. Submission and receipt of bids. Checklist of technical documents Class A. Legal documents. Valid FieldJEP's registration certificate, Platinum membership, in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Per GPPB Resolution Number 18-2017, in lieu of the Class A eligibility documents, which were uploaded and maintained current and updated in FieldJEP's, bidders are required to submit their FieldJEP's certificate of registration during bid submission in the case infrastructure projects, pursuant to Section 25.2 BI of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Additional for the checklist of technical documents, Class A technical documents. Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. And statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules, and special pickup license in case of joint ventures, and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Bid validity period, 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. Bid security validity period, 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. Cash or cashier's manager check issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%. Bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%. And surety bond called the pandemand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5%. Project requirements which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. For the laboratory equipment, please refer to DPWH Department Order No. 11, Series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment. Original duly signed Omnibus Sworn Statement or OSS, and if applicable, original notarized Secretary's Certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the Omnibus Sworn Statement and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC, computed using the prescribed formula. NFCC equals current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statement from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. Checklist of financial documents. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and cash flow by quarter. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in Bid Data Sheet, ITB Clause 17, and Department Order No. 87, Series of 2020. Bid Evaluation. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in required item equals non-complying. Indicating a 0 or a dash equals free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC, non-complying. Post-qualification. Verification of legal requirements. Licenses, certificates, permits, Non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract. Key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchased agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO number 58, series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. DO number 127 series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contract with DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, audited financial statement or AFS, especially current assets and liabilities. Up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts. Updated NFCC versus ABC. Requirements within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the BAC that the bidder has the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid. The bidder shall submit to the BAC the following: registration certificate from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry, for sole proprietorship or CDA for cooperatives. Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. Latest income tax and business returns duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payments. Tax clearance per EO 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of this IRR. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project. As per DO number 9 series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof, in accordance with Section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidder. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bid. Failure to submit supporting documents like certification of availability of equipments from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledged is to be leased or purchased. Negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of 2 or more ongoing projects. Unsatisfactory CPAS rating. Common errors in the submission of bids. Incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial. Authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the Articles of Partnership.
These following projects: 25A 00183, 25A 00186, 25A 00214, 264, 285, 303, 25A 00378, 25A 00422, 25A 00437, 508, 509, 25A 00511, 529, 530, 25A 00540, and 25A 00542. The deadline for the submission of clarification is 10 days before the submission of bids. The deadline for the submission of bids is on March 24, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of the proposal: 1 original copy of the technical and financial bid. Place of submission of bid: second floor, conference room, DPWH Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando, California. That answered the presentation of the pre-bid conference for the 16 Civil Works project.
If there are no comments or clarification, we proceed to the presentation of project details for the goods and services.
For the goods and services, we have 5 projects for the pre-bid conference, namely contract ID number 24GA 00042, the supply and delivery of fuel for use in the operation of various service vehicle and heavy equipment for the first quarter of 2025. 24GA 00044, the purchase and delivery of fuel for the desilting and maintenance dredging of Aplaya Creek. Linkages, Pangasinan of DPWH amphibious excavator K4-87, presently stationed at Aplaya Creek, Linkages, Pangasinan. 24GA 00045, the purchase and delivery of personal protective equipment, PPE, for use of dredge crew in connection with the dredging project of Region 1. 24 GA 00046, supply and delivery of PM consumables for the preventive maintenance of the equipment fleet in DPWH Regional Office 1. 25 GA 00001, purchase and delivery of parts and materials for corrective maintenance of amphibious excavator K4-32 located at Pantal River, Dagupan City, Pangasinan. So here are the following contract data: 24 GA 00042, location San Fernando City, La Union, with the funding source SR 2024-01-00-2084, dated January 27, 2024. With the ABC of 3,110,250 pesos for the scope of works, the supply and delivery of fuel with a contract duration of 30 calendar days. 24 GA 00044, location Linkages, Pangasinan, with the funding source SR 2024-01-002673, with the ABC of 1,675,520 pesos for the scope of works and purchase and delivery of fuel with a contract duration of 153 calendar days. 24 GA 00045, location Region 1, with the funding source SR 2024-01-0000-100, with the ABC of 2,658,318 pesos for the scope of works with the purchase and delivery of personal protective equipment with a contract duration of 90 calendar days. 24 GA 00046, location San Fernando City, La Union, with the funding source SR 2024-01-002092 and SR 2024-01-002104, with the EBC of 2,147,190 pesos and 02 centavos. For the scope of works, we have supply and delivery of PM consumables for the preventive maintenance of equipment fleet with the contract duration of 20 calendar days. 25 GA 00001, location Region 1, with the funding source SR 2025-02-000027, with the ABC of 7,800,000 for the scope of works and the purchase and delivery of parts, materials, and fuel for the contract duration of 135 calendar days. Here are the technical requirements. We have the Class A documents, legal documents, valid field guides, certificate of registration, platinum membership, all pages. Records of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including awarded but not yet started. Records of single largest completed contract for the SLCC, similar to the contract, adjusted the current price using the PSA, current price index. Should have a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the APC. A contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work. Original copy of bid security in the form of a surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration in conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales parts, if applicable, and original copy signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of your corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement and do acts to represent the bidder. We have also the financial documents, the audited financial statement, stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. NFCC or line of credit, computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC, computed using the prescribed formula, wherein the NFCC equals current assets minus current liabilities, that's the K factor 15, minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not yet started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. Or the bidder may submit a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence. Or duly authorized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial requirements, we have the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule, and bid form B, the financial proposal. For the form of bid security, we have the bid validity period and bid security validity period of 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. We have the cash or cashier's manager's check, backdraft guarantee, or the irrevocable line of credit is 2% of the ABC, when the surety bond callable upon demand issued by surety or insurance company, duly certified by the insurance commission or authorized to issue such security is 5% of the ABC. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices: completeness, no price required item was not complying, indicating a zero or a dash, cost paid to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words, the words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, the unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, the actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in the BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC is considered non-complying. For the post-qualification, is the verification of your legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in the blacklist. Technical requirements, your SLCC, similar to the contract, performance in going government, private contracts, delay in the partial delivery of goods, amounting to 10% of the contract price in its going government private contracts. If any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any or all of the goods or services within the period or periods specified in the contract or within any extension granted by the procuring entity pursuant to a request made by the supplier prior to the delay, and such failure amounts to at least 10% of the price, or unsatisfactory performance or the supplier's obligations as per terms and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed in the supplier, authenticity of bid security for the financial requirements. We have the audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works, undergoing and awarded contracts, updated NFCC or line of credit versus the ABC. The contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of the notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Here are the common reasons for rejection of bids and ineligibility and post disqualification of bidder. Late bid, no letter of authority from the company to submit the bidding documents, failure to submit supporting documents to support compliance with the requirement, submitting forms not acceptable pursuant to the provisions of the revised IRR of RA 9184. NFCC less than the ABC or the amount of credit line commitment is less than 10% of the ABC. For bid security, surety bond callable on demand and a validity of 120 days, that inscribed in the bond. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the insurance commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity and name of contractor, short-term bid validity and bid security validity period, bid prices higher than the ABC, delay the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government and private contracts. So these followed projects, 24GA 00042, 44, 24GA 00045, 24GA 00046, and 25GA 00001. The deadline for submission of clarification is 10 days. Before the submission of bids, the deadline for submission of bids is on March 24, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal, one original copy of the technical and financial, workplace of submission of bids, Bids and Awards Committee, second floor conference room, DPWH Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando, La Union. That ends the presentation of the pre-bid conference for the goods and services. We have 5 projects.
Thank you, Rainier. Do we hear a comment from our server?
No comment, Dr. Chair.
Thank you, sir, from our back members. Right, any more on our list, Secretary?
None, sir.
Right, maraming salamat po sa ating lahat, back members, TWG, IT support, and our secretariat, and to our observer, sir, good afternoon, and thank you for your attendance.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Chair, and to the Dr. Chair. Thank you.
So there being no other matters on our agenda, the private conference now adjourned. Thank you very much.